What if the greatest challenges in life were actually opportunities for profound spiritual growth? Many of us are navigating a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, searching for our true purpose and a sense of inner peace. In this episode, Bernice Cruz, a spiritual mentor and teacher who has walked that path herself, shares her incredible journey of healing and transformation, offering guidance and inspiration for remembering who you are and living in alignment with your soul's calling. Valeria interviews Bernice Cruz. She is a multidimensional, holistic mentor and practitioner dedicated to guiding individuals on transformative journeys of healing, self-discovery, and spiritual awakening. With a deep commitment to helping others reconnect with their higher consciousness and the wisdom of the heart, Bernice empowers clients to access greater clarity, purpose, and inner alignment. Her integrative approach blends intuitive insight with grounded mentorship, creating a safe and expansive space for personal evolution. Meet Bernice at spiritualjourneyhealing.com. Here's the interview with Bernice Cruz. How would you describe who you are in this very moment?
So in this moment, I embody present, being compassionate, and having a deep commitment to guiding transformation.
What inspired you to become who you are and to do what you do today?
The first half of 2015 completely changed my life. The first 6 months of that year, I have to tell you, I lost my father. I ended a long-term relationship and walked away from a high-paying corporate career, like many of us did, right? When we are awakening and need that kick in the butt from our guides. But I was suddenly stripped of every role I've known, of being a mom, of being a daughter, a partner, and it really left me wondering who I was at the core. Like, that year marked the beginning of my healing journey, because I faced so many deep emotional and spiritual challenges that it led me to study the healing arts, hypnotherapy, Reiki. That's what I started with, Reiki. And who am I? Who is Bernice at the core? You know, not being a mother or daughter, but who is Bernice? And that was quite deep for me. At the close of the year, I met my mentor who was teaching the Path of Light course, which I've been teaching for the last few years. And so today I share the same tools and insights that helped me heal in hopes that they'll support others on their own path.
Do you consider what you do a calling, a purpose, or a mission?
It's a sacred calling that became a purpose and evolved into a mission. So I'm here to help others remember who they are so they can walk their path with clarity and courage.
Who would benefit most from your work and your message?
Actually, everyone, especially those navigating transitions, seeking emotional freedom, or longing for something more meaningful. But the clients that actually come to me, the majority are women who are ready to heal, grow, and reconnect with their spiritual essence.
What is like working with you from a client's perspective?
Clients often say I create a safe, intuitive space where they're deeply seen, supported, and where healing unfolds gently but powerfully.
What is healing to you?
That's a great question. Healing is a process of returning to your natural state of wholeness. It's not about fixing anybody. It's about releasing, remembering, and realigning with your soul's truth.
What is the goal of healing and what are the obstacles to it?
The goal of healing is really about inner freedom and integration. But as many of us know, the path isn't always smooth, right? Because some of the biggest obstacles that we face are fear, shame, and the inherited stories that keep us disconnected from our power. For example, fear in particular shows up in many forms. It could be fear of rejection, fear of failure, fear of being seen, of change, and believe it or not, even fear of success. Because at its core, fear is a protective response. Our nervous system is trying to keep us safe from perceived threats. But when fear is rooted in outdated beliefs or ancestral wounds, it really can limit our growth, right? And keep us stuck in patterns that no longer serve us. So you need to be conscious of what are the repeating patterns in your life. And when we do the work, it's to really gently meet those fears, understand their origins, and reclaim those parts of ourselves, those aspects of ourselves that we've been guarding. And that's where true integration begins.
What are some of the misconceptions most people have about healing?
Well, many think healing is a one-time event or that it only happens through external tools. In truth, it's quite layered. It's an ongoing journey that requires presence, patience, and self-compassion.
Do you connect healing to spirituality? And if you do, what is spirituality to you?
Healing is both. It's emotional release and spiritual remembrance. So spirituality to me is living in alignment with your soul's wisdom and honoring the sacred in everyday life.
What does emotional freedom look like? And how can your work help?
Emotional freedom is about the ability to feel fully without being ruled by your emotions. It means you can honor your feelings without being hijacked or overwhelmed by them. It's the difference between reacting from old wounds and responding from a place of clarity and choice, right? So when we're emotionally free, we become more grounded, more compassionate. We feel more powerful in how we show up in the world. And I always tell everyone, take a deep breath in before you respond, because that pause creates space for awareness. And in that space, we begin to reclaim our power.
What is your understanding of love?
That's a great question. What is love? So for me, love is the essence of all healing, right? It's unconditional. It's expansive. And it's the force that connects us to ourselves, to others, and to the divine. So when I was younger, it's interesting, my father loved the song, Love is in the Air by John Paul Young. I'm dating myself right now, but there's a line, actually there's a few lines that always stood with me in that song. It's love is in the air, in the whisper of the trees, in the thunder of the sea, in the rising of the sun. In other words, love is everywhere. So those lyrics really shaped how I understand love, because it's not just a feeling, but a living presence in the world around us. Love is in nature, it's in connection, it's in the quiet moments, in the big ones as well. So love is what holds us, what heals us, and reminds us we're never, never truly alone.
What is consciousness?
Consciousness is awareness. It's that part of us that observes, that chooses, and evolves. It's the bridge between our human experience and our spiritual truth.
What is the difference between the subconscious mind and the unconscious mind?
The subconscious holds our beliefs, habits, and emotional patterns. The stuff that runs quietly in the background, shaping how we think, feel, and respond. The unconscious goes even deeper, right? It really stores instinctual drives and ancestral imprints we may not even realize we carry. So hypnosis helps us gently access these layers. It's like opening a door to the part of us that's been quietly steering the ship. I often describe it like updating your internal software, releasing the old programming that no longer serves you and installing something more aligned with who you are now. It's not about erasing your past. It's about reclaiming your power to choose how you move forward.
What do you feel is the nature of our innate desire for human connection and spiritual truth?
It's soul memory. We're wired to seek meaning. We're wired to seek love and a belonging because we come from unity and we're always trying to return to it.
Is the authentic self or the true self the spiritual self?
Yes, the authentic self is the soul expressed through the human form. When we live from that place, we feel aligned, empowered, and free.
How do we recognize when body and mind are aligned with our true self?
There's a sense of peace, clarity, and resonance. The body feels safe, the mind quiets, and decisions feel guided rather than forced.
Talk to me some more about your offerings and services. Do you meet your clients in person and remotely? Do you offer group and corporate coaching?
I offer spiritual mentorship, hypnotherapy, energy healing, and the Path of Light course. And each service is designed to support deep healing, intuitive development, and soul alignment, and really empowering you. I offer sessions both remotely and in person for those in the San Diego area, depending on what best supports, your needs or the client's needs. In addition to one-on-one work, I also host group journeys and sacred circles designed for collective healing, connection, and transformation.
Where can we find more information about you, your work, products, services, and future projects?
You can visit spiritualjourneyhealing.com. I'm going to repeat that one more time. spiritualjourneyhealing.com to explore my offerings, read about upcoming projects, connect with me directly. You'll find ways to book sessions, join courses, and really stay inspired.
Ultimately, what is freedom to you?
Freedom to me is the ability to choose your own rhythm. It's waking up and deciding how you want to feel, where you want to go, and who you want to become, right? Without any apologies. It's not really about movement or escape. It's about alignment. So freedom is when your outer world begins to reflect your inner truth. So when your voice, your values, your desires are no longer silenced or shaped by someone else's expectations, right? So it's really about that quiet power of saying yes to what nourishes you and no to what no longer fits. It's the courage to rewrite your story, even if the first draft was written in someone else's handwriting, right? When you're young. But for me, freedom lives in the spaces that we create. And ultimately, freedom is not a destination. It's a journey to your own becoming.
Thank you so much for your presence and for our meaningful collaboration and connection.
Thank you, Valeria, for allowing me to join the podcast and for all that you've been doing for humanity. As you know, your work is a ripple of light in a world that needs more of it. So thank you for sharing your joy with us.
Thank you for listening. To learn more about Bernice Cruz and her work, please visit spiritualjourneyhealing.com.